This video is very special for me, very personal, because in this video I'm gonna talk about some changes in my life, about some updates, and a new page, a new stage in my life which I'm about to open with this video. First of all, it's a very special video for me because it's my birthday, and yes, I'm a November Scorpio. So the last 5 years I've been choosing my birthday as a day when I'm setting some goals for the next year of my life. Before, I did it on the New Year's Eve, as many of us do, and I think it's also a good strategy. But I decided again a couple of years ago that my birthday is gonna be a better day for that, because it's kind of more personal. I feel it like it's my year. So that's why every year on my birthday, early in the morning, I'm setting some goals that I would like to reach for the next year till my next birthday. And usually I leave the last months kind of like a summary, so how it used to happen. So for each year I set myself 100 goals that I would like to reach, and those goals were very different. It can be something really big and really ambitious, and it can be something quite simple that I can easily do. It was kind of like a mixture of goals. So typically I did like 100 of them, and I did monthly check. So at the end of each month I was checking which of those goals I have reached, which of them I can do, and that kind of planning worked for me. Okay, it didn't mean I reached all my goals. It was not even planned to reach my goals. It was kind of only the way to do something in that particular year that I wanted, kind of to put some guidelines, to put some priorities. And I thought this year I'm gonna do the same, but in recent months, and in case you follow me on my channel, maybe you already know that I've been very actively working on my relationship with food, on my binge eating disorder, on some kind of psychological aspect, my mental health, etc. And I've been working on it over a year already, but in the last couple of months I felt that I'm kind of ready for the new stage of my life. I'm ready to set a bit different goals. I'm ready to pay more attention to other aspects of my life. So I decided that I would like to show that also in my goals. So today in the morning I decided to do my Birthday Goals Manifesto. So the first change is that instead of just putting all those 100 goals that I typically do, I decided to put all of those goals, small and big, into 4 main categories. And I'm not going to check separately the goal. I'm only gonna check some guidelines, some directions in those particular aspects that I decided. At the same time, I wanted to make kind of, again, goals which are big enough, which are ambitious enough, and I do have them, especially those which are connected with relationship with my close one, which are connected with my relationship with myself, first of all, with the relationship with food. I still dealing with binge eating, and even though I'm kind of in a recovery, I'm not recovered completely yet, but I do have progress on this journey. Feeling completely free from this food noise, for all those aspects that binge eating bring. I want to get free. I want to feel this kind of freedom, and this is probably one of the biggest ambitious goals for this year. On the other hand, I am obese. I'm in obese category, and I've been like that for 2 or 3 years already. I used to be overweight for probably the most of my life since I was a teenager. But once I started kind of following some diets, and again this restriction, and after COVID my binge eating episodes become stronger, and while fighting and restricting and kind of having all of it, I gained even more weight. So I'm now in obese category. So also why I consider this goal pretty big and ambitious, that At the same time, I would like to lose some weight. And I'm not talking about being skinny or reaching certain size or certain kilos on the scale. I'm talking about reaching healthy weight. And again, according to those standard weight, average weight, like when you check your height, your weight, I am in the obese category. So my biggest goal will be actually to move from obese to overweight, and after from overweight to normal weight. And it's a bit tricky in case you are dealing with binge eating disorder episodes, because the main key, the main part of binge eating recovery is actually avoiding any kind of restriction in terms of food, what you eat, what you tell yourself. And on the other hand, I would like to lose weight. I need to lose weight for my health. So, like, I do need to restrict myself somehow. I need to eat less. I need to move more, probably, which is actually something that triggers binge eating episode. So this is kind of big thing, big dilemma to lose weight. Again, I'm not talking about skinny. I'm not talking about restricting myself that much to be like skinny or something. Still, some kind of restriction is important. On the other hand, I need to deal with this food noise, with my binge eating disorder, and it's a bit overwhelming. I have built already for myself a very nice strategy about that, and I'm going to make a completely separate video, especially about binge eating recovery and losing weight at the same time. But overall, it's one of my biggest and ambitious goals for this year. And at the same time, I want to make realistic goals. I want to make something that I know I can reach. I don't want to set myself such a high goals that I will have a pressure and I will be disappointed, because I will not be able to reach that. So, okay, I understand some of these goals I can reach. And they're, again, ambitious enough. They're ambitious enough, but they are realistic. And I think it's very important to find this sweet spot when the goal is motivating, when you want to reach that goal, but at the same time, it's not so big that make you stress, and there are high chances that you are not gonna be able to reach it, and you will feel disappointed and you will lose your motivation. So all of those 100 goals I put into 4 categories. So my first category, it's about body and health. It's about taking care of my body, taking care of my health, sport, and many other aspects. Second category, it's food and binge eating recovery, and it's quite complex one. I will tell a couple of more details about that, but overall, yeah, like, it's about my relationship with food, it's about my relationship with myself, it's about some certain psychological tools that I'm planning to use, which I'm already actively using in order to rebuild the relationship with food. And it's about actually slowly but steadily getting rid of my binge eating disorder. My next category, it's about work and creative expression. So it's about my job, about my finances, and also I'm having my YouTube channel already for a couple of months, and I would like to develop it a little bit more, because I think it really helps me. It helps me to stay accountable, it helps me to express myself, it helps me to talk about something that bothers me, even though my audience is not big, like there is only a couple of people, but still this feeling that I can tell to somebody what I'm feeling, somebody can listen to me, and at the same time I would like to kind of help and motivate other people there, especially women who are also dealing with so many issues that I do. I want to show that we are not alone, and my biggest and the most ambitious goal for my YouTube channel is actually to build a small but warm community where we don't judge, when we support each other, and when we are helping each other to reach our big and ambitious goals. My last category is about relationship and emotional connections. So in this category, I have some personal goals connected with improving relationship in my life. So some of it connected with my husband. We already set a couple of goals for ourselves in that matter, that we would like to spend a bit more quality time together. In the last couple of years, we've been working both very hard, and kind of sometimes we feel a bit disconnected. And like we were planning for the next year and overall, like, to have more quality time together. So what it means that we can spend some time together without our phones. We can eat our meal together without, again, scrolling through social media. We already planned a couple of trips and holidays together, and we are thinking about a bit changes in attitude on that holidays, and some other stuff. So that's big part. And another part, it's connected with other people in my life, my friends, my family, my relatives. So in general, I'm quite introverted person, so I don't have so many friends, and I'm not keeping very good relationship with my relatives. It's not like I don't like them or they are bad people or something like that. Just kind of, I'm that type of person who doesn't communicate with them that much. Maybe I see them once a year for some big holidays, maybe even no. So I don't know, recently I felt that I want to kind of stay closer to my family, to my relatives, to some old friends. So I would like to organize a couple of meetings with my old friends who we don't see each other that much, because again, we are all busy with our lives, and that's normal. And I want to kind of reach out to some of my relatives and spend some quality time with them, like call them, visit them. So I don't put any big expectations on that, because again, this is goal which is connected with other people's decisions. So this is not something that I can actually plan, but it's also connected with how I want to feel about that, and kind of what kind of emotional connections, what kind of relationship I would like to build with them. So that's my 4 categories. So the next stage, which is typically recommended for those who are setting goals, is to make them as clear as possible. So I was trying to define my goals and understand how I'm gonna measure them, how I will understand that I'm progressing in that particular goal, and how I understand that I actually reached. So it was my problem before. So for example, I used to plan like, I want to lose weight, but I wanted to know specifically how much. So in this case, my goal is more specific. So my first goal will be to go from obese category to overweight, and after from overweight to normal weight. And I already calculated what are those numbers for me, for my age, for my height, and this is already pretty specific goals. And again, for all the other goals, I also thought about clear definition, clear understanding, and possible ways of measuring it. One nice thing that I added this year to my goals is how I want to feel about them. I heard about it from one of the psychologists somewhere on YouTube, and I really felt that this is like thing for me, because definitely when I set a goal for myself, I want to understand how to reach it, how I will understand that I reached that goal. But I typically skipped this emotional aspect. So how I want to feel in my body while I'm taking care of my body, how I want to feel once I'm reaching out to my relatives, how I want to feel when I'm building better relationship with food, when I'm building better relationship with myself. And I think those are very important questions that we sometimes skip. Put quite a list already. So some of it I'm gonna share in this Birthday Goals Manifesto. I will give some more details about that. Something I still kind of like feel, and it's a bit hard to put on paper. So I guess each of us need to decide for themselves how they want to feel about some particular goals. Next important part, it's about measurement, and I decided that I would like to do regular checks. And typically I did it every month. As I told, at the end of each month, I just checked my goals and see, and kind of I can see which of them I already reached with no. But in this year, I decided to make it kind of seasonal. So since my birthday is at the beginning of November, so November, December, January and February is kind of my winter season. So it will be the biggest season. It will include like 4 months. And I have some I decided to give myself more time for this first part of my year, because I will need to do some adjustment, I will need to do some planning, and this year I'm gonna do it differently. So I think 4 months is good. So that would be my first kind of check. After it will be March, April and May as my spring check. After we have June, July and August as my summer check. And we still have 2 months, it's September and October, and I think this I will use as some kind of adjustment period, check period. So I'm not putting so much expectation on these 2 months. These 2 months will be something like a summary, like evaluating my goals, checking what I have reached so far, and thinking what kind of life I would like to have for my next year and what kind of adjustment I need to do. So kind of this last check, kind of autumn check, it will be September and October, again, till my next birthday. During these seasonal checks, I also planning to do some journaling and especially asking myself some questions connected with my goal, like where I am right now, what I need to do to be in that B state, desirable state that I would like to be from my A state. Maybe my goals need to be updated. Maybe I can even give up some of the goals. Maybe I will change or update some of goals. Again, how it is going. Am I happy with my progress? Am I not? What can I do to help me? And I think it will be really beneficial to my goal progress. Another important part of my goals for my next year, it's about the right mindset, the right attitude. And I think, luckily, because I've been working on that for the last year, a bit less than a year, from August 2024, I feel much more secure, much more confident about that. I will just continue following those strategies that I've been applying so far because they work well for me. And there is more information about that on my YouTube channel. I have separate videos for those tools already. Today I'm just gonna kind of mention them, something that works for me. So first of all, it's flexibility. I have some directions in life. I have some kind of guidelines, but nothing is strict, nothing is for sure. There are no demands, there are no musts. There is a way in which I would like to have my life, but there are many roads, many strategies that can bring me to that particular goal. Next kind of mindset, it's about failures and setbacks. That failures and setbacks are okay, they're actually a part of the journey, and it's completely normal to have them. Actually, absence of failures and setbacks, it's actually a bad sign. It means you are not progressing, you are not changing your life. So that's one of the biggest mindset changes for the last year. Also, I would like to continue using this identity-based approach when I'm looking at my goals as somebody who have already reached those goals, and I'm trying to act like that person. And again, I already have a couple of videos on my channel about that. And the last important strategy is about anchors. It's using some physical objects around me as a constant reminder of what kind of person I would like to be. So I already have a ring for that purpose. I have a special mug that I use when I'm having my self-dialogue. And again, there is a bunch of videos on my channel already about anchors and how I'm using them for my health goals, for my weight loss goals, and for my binge recovery goals. Now I'm ready to share actually very personal information here. It's my birthday goal manifesto, and there's quite a lot. I've been working on that for the last months practical already, so I will also put text on the screen because there is quite a lot of that. For me personally, I put it in kind of notebook. I really like this one. It's pinkish and it has like "you can" on that, so I find it really motivating, and I put everything with my own hands, but I also gonna put it on the screen. I will just kind of show you a couple of things here. So my first category here, as I already told, it's about body and health. So I have kind of the main direction about that. It's about creating a stronger and healthier and more flexible body. So it's definitely about my physical activity, but at the same time, one of my goals, or biggest goal, is actually to reach a healthy weight. So I also included that, and I put how I will understand that I'm gonna reach my progress. So I set myself a certain weight that I need to reach in order to be in healthy body weight. This is not like a final goal. This is something that I think I can reach in that year. It's not gonna be like completely healthy weight for my height yet, but it will be already pretty good enough comparing to what I'm currently having. As you see, I'm also planning to check, control, and measure my progress. So we have average weekly weigh-ins, and I'm planning to do it like average. I'm still not sure if I'm gonna do it like every single day, but I think it's a good idea to keep the average weight for a week, but this is like flexible goal. I'm still gonna think about that. So next one is about taking body measurements monthly. So it's not only about kilos on my scale, it's also about the centimeters that I'm losing, and sometimes they're not matching. So that's why I think it's also one of the most important things that I would like to measure. Also, I want to feel healthier. I want to feel my body better. So I want to work on my strength, on my flexibility. So those things I also included into my category. Also kind of celebrating some victories which are not connected with scales or centimeters, because this is something that I cannot control, but there are other things that I can control, and I really would like to celebrate them. And I have a very nice mindset reminder, especially in those difficult moments for me. I think it will be a good strategy just to remind myself why I'm doing it. And my mindset reminder for my body and health category, it's I'm not punishing my body into change, I'm supporting it into strength. So my next category, it's about food and binge eating recovery, and this one is a bit tricky, as I told, because I'm kind of planning to recover from my binge eating episode, but at the same time I want to lose weight. So it's a challenge. Definitely it's a challenge. So my the main guideline, the main direction here is to reduce food noise and guilt-based cycles, and build a peaceful, trusting relationship with food and with myself. And I also have some strategies how I'm gonna measure that. Being completely binge-free, it's a very big goal, and I'm not sure that I'm gonna be able to reach it, because binge eating disorder is a tricky one, but definitely I want to feel the progress. So what I can measure in this case, it's how the food noise is going to be reduced, that probably my binge eating episode still gonna happen, and that's okay, that's actually part of recovery, but I want to track how frequent they're happening. I do hope for some kind of reductions, and also how intensive they are. Again, I'm thinking, I'm hoping, I'm thinking, I'm planning that they also gonna reduce. So that's the part of it. Also, I want to do journaling, because I think it will be a very helpful tool on this journey in these categories. I would like to have at least one mindful meal each day. So sometimes it can be breakfast, lunch, or dinner, depending on my schedule on that particular day. So I think it's very important for establishing better relationship with food. And another important aspects, if it's how I'm gonna behave after I have a binge. And I already have a couple of videos on my channel already about my strategies in that particular aspect. So I'm planning to review my progress quite often, so monthly and also seasonally, as I told, and I'm going to use some kind of scale. It's a tricky, again, it's a bit hard, but I kind of understand already in my head what is gonna what's gonna be 1 for me, what's gonna be 5. And again, 1 for me it's a food chaos, 5 it's like peaceful and balanced feeling, and I'm will try to measure that progress in that particular play, in that particular month or season or whatever period I'm choosing. And my mindset reminder in this particular category, it's every day is a chance to listen to my body, not control it. And I think it's pretty nice one. It kind of shows how I feel about this particular category, about this particular goals. My next category, it's about work and creative expression. So my guidelines here is connected with being as much authentic as I can, as much honest as I can. And it's not because like I'm not authentic or not honest, but it's a bit hard to share something on the camera, something deeply personal. So I'm not sure how exactly it's gonna happen. I already have a lot of videos on my channel and they are all authentic and honest, but I feel like for my progress, for kind of being even more connected with my audience, being more connected to myself, being able to keep myself accountable on this journey, I would like to share even more. So kind of that's the idea of doing this YouTube channel and kind of using this channel as a way to support myself and as a way to support others on a similar journey. So not so much to measure here, I'm only thinking about regular posting, about posting some kind of reports at the end of each month, at the end of each season that I decided, and also about kind of sharing here with you my journey, my goals, my progress, my failures, kind of being as honest, as authentic as I possibly can. And my mindset reminder here, it's I share my story with honesty and courage, progress over perfection. And I think it's like, again, definitely how I see this particular category, these particular goals for myself. My last category for my year is relationship and emotional connection. So kind of the general guideline here is to bring warmth, closeness, and mutual understanding back into my relationship, especially with my husband, but also getting reconnected with family and friends in the way that feels safe and real. And again, it's very hard to measure any progress here, but at least the way I see it now, it's like to have some quality time with my husband. It creates some shared rituals, like walking, like cooking, etc. And also I'm planning to reach out to one family member or friend per month without any expectation, because again, I cannot control what other people feel, but I only count those actions that coming from mindset, what I can actually do. So again, I'm gonna reflect on that monthly and seasonally probably. And my mindset reminder here, I open my heart step by step. Connections grow through small acts of love. And again, I really like this particular mindset reminder. So I'm very excited about this video because I'm excited about my goals. I'm excited about what kind of person I'm going to become. I'm excited about all those things that I'm gonna learn on this journey in this year, November 2025 till November 2026. I'm really excited about all those people that I'm gonna meet. I'm excited about this channel, about a community that I'm going to build, and I'm really excited. And I'm planning to do regular updates on my journey, on my goals. Again, I haven't decided yet how exactly often I'm gonna do. Maybe I will do it every single month. Maybe I will do it at the end of each season that I decided. Maybe I will just do them based on how I feel. For example, if I feel that I have a certain progress in certain goal, maybe I'm gonna do video about that. Maybe I will do all of it. So I'm also gonna continue posting the content that I'm already posting, connected with my binge eating recovery, with my weight loss journey, with my health journey, with building relationship with myself, with my body, learning to accept my body now. But also I would like to add all those kind of reflection, that feedback, that reports on the progress of my goals. Since it's only beginning of my year, I still have time to adjust or change something. So if you have any ideas, any strategies that you personally apply to your goals, something that maybe help you on your journey, please share them in the comments below, because they will not only motivate and support me, but any other people there who also on similar journeys and would like to reach similar goals. So thank you for staying here with me. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video.